Okay, doing a couple of sound tests. Seems to be okay. Hi. This was a stream I decided to do like a hour and a half ago. Recently, Secret of the Mimic released, and I don't want it spoiled, and also I want to play it. So here we go. Getting things set up. Also trying a couple different settings than I usually would in OBS, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, video is good. I don't know if audio is good. Fuck it, I'm gonna just go with the settings I usually have with the game audio. There we go. No, not quite. Okay, yeah, it looks like that's good now. Okay. I've seen about the first minute of this game in FNAF stream, FNAF. And that's about it. I'll be real, I'm doing real bad today. But let's do stuff. Better than doing nothing. Then that looks good. Doesn't look like you can see my mouse in the recording. Also, this is way too loud. I am here for story and intrigue, not spooks, so I'm also going to have spooky stuff turned down. Head bob is bad, but I'll have a tiny bit. Yep, that's good. Why is my mouse not recording? There we go. Yep. Should be high. I should be good. Yep. Do that medium. Master volume lower, please. This effect's a bit lower than voice. Jump scare very low, honestly. Because I'm here for the story, not for the spooks. I may have already said that. Yeah. And then music lower than effects. Pretty standard. That's interesting. Spring-lock suits. Okay. Double check. Shift, and we'll change this to C. No, actually, that would work. Go with control for that. Haven't played anything first person in a while. Turn down the master a bit more. That's better. It's very late, so I will be on the quieter side because I don't live alone and I don't want to wake people. Okay. not even sure how much I'll even talk that much. I'll try and voice thoughts, but I'm mostly just doing something, so I'm doing something. Make sure my option's saved. Yeah. Okay. I may turn myself up. Because like I said, I'm going to be on the quieter side. Let's see.
Arnold. Hey, buddy. This is Dispatch with Fazbear Entertainment. How are you feeling?
Well, since you asked, I just finished a 36-hour shift, and I'm struggling to stay awake. Frankly, I tried to tell my manager that I can't work like this anymore.
Awesome to hear. Well, listen, we need you to take one more shift for us, since you're our closest technician in the area.
Wait, what? I can barely keep my eyes open.
Thank you for the feedback. I will turn my mic up when I can.
We're so happy to have you on the Fazbear team.
I've seen this intro, so I don't mind talking over it.
Trying to snag one of those $25 gift certificates at
Into the mouse sensitivity up as well.
Outstanding performance.
What? No, I'm doing it because you guys keep threatening to dock my pay and repo my truck.
I love that enthusiasm. So anyway, this will be a piece of cake. We had this contractor named Edwin Murray who was developing some tech for us, but he's gone quiet. As per his contract, everything he's been working on for us is now legally ours, so we're sending you in to get it. The motion sensors indicate that someone's still inside the building, moving around, although the signal's a bit erratic, but we don't expect any kind of confrontation. We'll follow up with more instructions soon. For now, just follow these directions and find your way into that building.
I hate you.
Amazing. Thanks for being a part of the Fazbear team. Dispatch out.
So, that is the voice of what will later be Handy Unit. It is either an actual guy they based the voice on, or the mimic is already controlling us and using his voice. He was presumably still an actual person at some point. From the teasers they put out, the voice mimicry seems to be based mostly on previous inputs, and a lot of that was ignoring what our guy was saying and just continuing on. So more evidence for it being the mimic.
Good job.
Doesn't look like anyone's here.
I'm sure you're right. Those motion sensors never tell the truth.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to get in?
To access the building, you've been provided with a data diver tool.
Okay, first of all, turn myself up. That should be a lot better. Secondly, this is a little laggy.
Look around you.
Oh, mouse sensitivity. That's the other thing. Oh, and there was... not that. Leave spring lock pause menu. That does this.
Kinda look.
Yeah, weird that it's on P as well as escape.
Looks like a walkie-talkie with two prongs sticking out of the top. It should be in the van. Richie slipped it in your toolbox during the last job, just in case.
Roxy's rootin', probably tooting root beer. So Roxy exists. I know
Check your
there was a promo. Shut the fuck up. There was... Oh boy, that's a huge lag spike. And the computer is already sounding unhappy. Very promising. Again, we saw into promos and stuff that the newer characters were pre-existing, probably from the Edwin days.
Not a promising start.
Shut the fuck up. Can't interact with stuff. Can't jump. No feet.
Good job. Well done. That data diver is your master key to the MCM facility. Do not lose it. Now get in there and retrieve our property.
Very old version of the
Over
Paz
and
Wrench.
out.
Why do we have a heat lamp? '73. I think that's set in '79, but that's interesting little detail. Interesting. How freakishly long can I make my arm get? About that long. Okay, so it's amnesia controls for doors. Grab and then move the mouse. I was... Huh. Interesting. I was crouching in there. Not really able to see anything there. The front one is the same texture, I think. Maybe. 3 BA something something 784. Yeah, the things seem a little strange already. But at the same time, I'm glad that they went smaller scope than Security Breach, because Security Breach would have been a masterpiece if they did everything they promised. They did fucking barely anything they promised. Mail? No mail. I see. Okay, so I got the mail. Now... notes or something? I might have to find a terminal to plug that into. Yeah, I'm pressing buttons, but nothing's happening. So I got something, but can't read it yet. Yeah, Security Breach was a huge letdown. Its DLC was good. Some context for people. I have a phobia of animatronics. I found FNAF extremely interesting when it came out. It took me literal years of training myself to not go into I think I'm having a heart attack level of panic attack when looking at anything FNAF, because I really wanted to know about the story. Water tank. The only game I've actually played properly is frickin' Into the Pit, which I did as a video on the channel. The first one, actually. And that was a lot better because of the art style. This one, in theory, should be really bad for me, except... let's face it, the characters and spooky stuff in this franchise is nothing like it used to be. Not to be hipster, but like... I don't know, it changed so much, it's just not even as spooky to me now. And a lot of like the scary, in quotes, stuff is very try-hard. It's more just loud noise rather than actually setting up atmosphere and delivering. Burn or miss. Uh-huh. Yeah, Chica... It got weird. Not even really over the course of the series so much as just immediately in the second one. This looks like it would be a secret if we shot it or something. MCM. Barry's costume manor. The shape of the house is interesting. Victorian style, I think. I'm hoping they go away from Afton and all that stuff, which really they should have done after the third game. Because the first 3 games told a great story, and then the rest happened. But if you're going to make connections, then that definitely looks like the Afton house. And the forest and hilly area fits as well. '79, so it's pre FNAF 4 events, which would explain why we have a bobblehead of Spring Bonnie. Because those characters haven't been buried yet. Button.
The MCM facility is temporarily closed.
Hi, Edwin.
For all deliveries and work inquiries, the
You built the
product
Mimic.
and deliveries entrance
You put
is
the parts
located
together.
around the side of the building.
I wasn't actually listening to what you said. Something around the side. Or this side. That is a horrendous sprint. Yeah, I'm barely going any faster like this. So it goes, the horror. Nope, guess it was the other way. Very, very, very quick rundown of Mimic backstory for those who don't know. I fucking hate how much into the repeating backstories you have to go in FNAF videos. So very, very briefly. A guy built a robot to copy what his kid was doing to entertain him. His kid died. His robot was doing stuff his kid did. He beat the robot to death. But it didn't die. And now it's violent. Now I can do this. Oh, that's gonna be... Yeah. Anyway. That's gonna trip me up in running away from monster scenes. Hopefully we finally get some answers about the fucking Bullfest fires. Speaking of, these plants are very dead. They don't quite look burnt? Maybe? I did take a brief look at the achievements, so I know at some point we'll get, I think, just like a ball gun like in the Pulp 1 to 2 minigames, and there will be tapes. My character has indeed been awake for a long ass time, so I expect there will be stuff like passing out and maybe hallucinations and Oh, but is he seeing what he's really seeing, or is he just hallucinating? What's real, what's not? And yeah, I expect the hand unit voice we heard to not be real. I expect that to be a mimic thing. Hey, come let me out of this place, come pick me up, it's fine, please. There were likely 2 teams sent before us because book stuff, so we may find some corpses in there. It seemed like it from trailers and stuff too. A little jumpy, but hopefully this won't get me too bad. Oh boy.
Edwin Murray's Costume
Big
Manor,
lag spike.
the leading powerhouse in costume entertainment and carnival game technologies. Woo! Come in and see what Murray's can do for your carnival, amusement park, midway, or fun fair. This client
It's
tour will
really
show you
struggling.
just what I'm capable of. Get ready to be amazed. Don't forget, every one of my creations are available for purchase or lease.
Interesting. Hey, Fredbear's Family Diner. Nice. I'll give it a bit more time, but I might need to turn the settings down to low, because this is rough. This is cool.
Welcome!
Ah,
The show's
that's interesting.
begun. There's so much to be done.
Beta Helpy.
To be here to stay. It's a one-of-a-kind fantasy workshop where you'll quite simply be amazed.
Probably something lurking around in the background. This might be the first time we've seen actual animatronics in motion. Not in motion, but like actually working. This might actually get me. In terms of like, phobia.
A death-defying dive! Hit it, Mr. Octopus!
Possibly a Music Man thing inspired. A reverse inspired. Ancestor, I guess?
A new world awaits. Now it's time to explore. Step right up. Don't be scared. It's time to open the door.
Nice. Very Willy Wonka. The shitty Wonka remake, anyway. That's a door back there. Interesting. Yeah, the lag is unfortunate, because this is otherwise pretty cool. Okay, so the door is literally not open, so I need to go that way. There's Monty and possibly Miss Hippo. Yeah, so this one in particular, there is a camera angle from up there in the trailer, and you can possibly see a human arm sticking out of there. I am going to turn the graphics down further. which is unfortunate for how everything will look, but I'll actually be able to play the game. We can turn off shadows. Or down them anyway. Reflections don't matter. Effects can go down, but I'd rather the game look good, so I don't want to put everything down. I'll destroy myself as much as destruction is destroyed. It's a case of what will win out, horror or depression. Hot and fresh. 1-800-883. Probably just a reference to the year that shouldn't have been. Aye. Basic security repair. Creator, admin, and executive. Your data driver knows. Yeah. Kinda. More mailboxes. Give me mail. Yep. And then I will need to find a terminal or something because I don't have notes or anything. Now that actually got me for a sec. That is unsettling. Yeah, no notes or anything. Look at you, you horrific piece of shit. I'm excited at the prospect that this game will actually get me. Spook me. Choke me, daddy. This seems like a non-optional path, so I'm gonna look at the door here. Oh, I see. I'm only level 1, so I need to get this upgraded. And then you'll need to Metroidvania backtrack a bunch to get doors you couldn't get before. For secrets and stuff. Seems a lot more stable now, so these graphic settings might be okay. Let's get... well, never mind about the fucking performance. You look openable? Yes. A Roxy hat. Ah, there's a door that I'll need to come back to. For secrets? Yeah, I'll presumably find a Roxy to put this on. I will try to put this here. Yeah. So I can see more on screen. See more! There are a lot of shit in here. There is a lot of shit in here. I thought I saw movement. So presumably power's going to go off, I'll need to flip the switch. Okay. lot of different number stuff. Cogs, I saw some of those earlier. Oh. Hello? Sound law, you say? Yes. Okay, yeah, this game might get me a lot, actually. If I'm gonna have to, like, distract shit. Not these cogs. So, I should find out how long one of these lasts. One turn is... pretty good. Like, 10 to 15. Which makes me think that winding up more might not actually do anything. Read that in a sec. Yeah, limited me to 4, so actually it might. No, it's about the same. That's supposed to say something I can't see. Also... bitch. That's a terminal to read stuff on. Oh boy. Weird. The speaker object is here. The actual sound it's coming from is in front of it, like here. It was the case for the other one as well. Please, game. Gameplay.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
Upgrade? Upgrade? Aha! Okay. That's cool. Won't do that yet because that'll progress plot. I want to do stuff first.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
Inventory. Oh, I'm locked in here. Okay, I was going to get my hat and put it. See if I could do something with this. Helper.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
Mm-hmm. Gary, I finally found the missing pieces of the stupid power device. Just got to head over there, I'll turn on the power. Mail. Your mailbox is full. 5 weeks ago, so he's been either freaking out or dead. I see. This is going to be a whole ass thing.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice. Just follow the soothing sound of my voice. Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
In theory, I could just leave and not progress the plot by doing that yet. Now, where did I put the hat? I think it was around here. So I picked it up, I was messing around with stuff, and then I went in here. It may have been dropped on the floor. There's the hat.
Just follow the soothing sound of my voice.
Hmm.
Hey, you made it. I knew you would. No one doubted you for a second. And those who did are now out $20. Not that anyone here at Fazbear Entertainment was wagering if you would survive or not. I mean, how immoral would that be? But seriously, great job. Now that you're there, and it would be very difficult for you to turn back, I should probably level with you a little. We're still detecting movement in the building that you're in, and we have a little bit of an idea as to what it might be. Old Murray made some neat stuff over the years, and unfortunately, it seems that one of his most creative inventions may have encountered some homicidal glitches in its programming. Now, these things happen, and I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but you should probably worry about it. He was working on an endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume or character, large or small, with the ability to take on the persona of the character it occupies, with the addition of the aforementioned homicidal tendencies, of course. We'll be working on some ideas on how to neutralize this rogue endoskeleton, but in the meantime, just try to be quiet, careful, and focused on the task at hand. Always being mindful of the fact that this entity could potentially be inside any costume or character that you see. All right, take a deep breath and get back in there. Finish the job, and that $25 gift certificate is as good as yours. Right now, you should focus on finding a way to turn the power back on. Oh, good. You found the upgrade station for the data diver. You'll need it to reach the different areas in the complex. It's very important that you update the data diver whenever you find an access station. This is not optional. Now go find that power room. Over and out.
So, horror is winning out over depression. He mentioned I can't leave. Also, yeah, suck it, Nancy Drew, it starts on C. You bastard. No, wait. Square is the one I have. Square is the other one. I just die if I try to leave. Yeah, the door is sealed. That looks like a staircase. Yeah. Team 12? Yeah, Team 12. I do just like the idea that Afton got the idea of hiding suits and bodies from the Mimic, which came first. And then later we'll learn about the gimmick. The thing that came before the mimic and inspired the mimic to stuff things into blah blah blah. And then we'll learn about the blimmick. Alright. How do I do this? Okay, so I have limited time. I should do it.
Check, check, check. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Great news. Power has been restored to this wing of the building. Overhead paging works. Come on back to the security office for further instructions. Oh, and try to be careful along the way. We are seeing some strange readings in the area. You haven't seen anything unusual yet, have you?
Actually,
Great. Head back to the security office, and I'll give you more instructions on what exactly we need you to retrieve for us.
Might not be going much further because we. That's interesting. And the next level. Alright, that was his sound. I have overestimated how much guts I have versus phobia. It's animatronics and bugs. Especially bees. Anything buzzy, really. Consequences of being stung in the air by a child. As a child. By a child. Ah, fuck. And then I don't know why I'm afraid of animatronics. You weren't there before. Speaking of fucking bees, fuck you. Well, the good news is, I am sufficiently spooked enough that I am no longer feeling massively depressed. I don't know if I have the guts to keep going. Hmm. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I do not want to fucking go. Or should just be in the office. Okay.
That was quick. So,
Yeah, was it?
let's talk about what you're there to find. Obviously, this possibly murderous endoskeleton has encountered some unfortunate glitches, but that doesn't mean the idea isn't sound or valuable. We think that endoskeleton has a lot of potential, and that's why we want you to retrieve Murray's original schematic for it. And after you find that schematic for us, we can certainly try to maybe find a way to probably save your life from it. If that's not incentive enough to find the schematic, then I don't know what is. You get that schematic, and with some luck, you can deactivate that endoskeleton and collect it for us as well. I can just smell that $25 gift certificate, can't you? You need to reach Murray's executive suite. That's where the schematic most likely is. Your data diver doesn't have executive permission yet, so you can't get anywhere near it. Not a problem. We just need to find stations to upgrade your data diver until you can gain access. They're all over the facility. In fact, there's a station up in the warehouse manager's office. You should head there next. Before you go, take a hand crank for the security fence. Looks like you can get one from the inventory tube system. That's the big machine in the security office. Should be active now.
Interesting. Tools, crank, yep. Collectibles does not include the hat. Can I put the hat in there? Yes. And now, hat. Nice.
Now, what are you waiting for? Keep on trucking. Over and out.
Okay. So the obvious thing is that you're going to put the crank in there and then that one comes to life. I'm not even getting a gift card for this. Yeah. I mulled it over and I've decided, in fact, no, sir. This game is, that's not from me. It is sufficiently scary. Enough for my phobia. No, let's not. Let's not. Let us not do that.